Mid-American Conference preseason favorite Western Michigan men's basketball team opened league play with a 2-1 start. The Broncos rang in the new year January 2nd with an 87-75 home win over the Akron Zips, led by MAC West Player of the Week Josh Davis, who poured in a game-high 26 points. Then Saturday on the road, Bryce Moore led a Broncos second-half rally in a 67-62 road win at Miami. 3 days later, Thomas Wilder registered a double-double with 28 points and 10 rebounds, but the Broncos could not overcome the hot-shooting Toledo Rockets, who led wire-to-wire, snapping the Broncos' 4-game winning streak. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Steve Hawkins joins me for all the highlights on Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust. Financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
You may wonder how we pack all that great taste into just 96 calories. Well, that's a mystery you don't need to solve. You just get to enjoy. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider Blackberry.
Blackberry has completed several home improvement projects in our neighborhood, so when we were ready for 20 new replacement windows, we called Blackberry. They completed the project on time and their workmanship was outstanding. Our friends are amazed, and we love the transformation of our home both inside and out with our new windows from Blackberry Home Improvement Specialists.
Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Auto Group. We know that car buying is a journey, not just a destination. We know that we need to be there each step of the way for you, through parts, sales, service, through your entire ownership experience. At Maple Hill Auto Group, we look at every customer, not as a single purchase, but rather as a start to a journey that we hope spans generations. Maple Hill Auto Group, for a journey like no other.
Clock's at 3. Thomas with a spin move, takes the shot, falls to the ground, and hits it! Wilder at the buzzer with a contested triple, and it goes at the buzzer.
A big halftime shot by Thomas Wilder, sending the Broncos into the locker room with a lead over the Akron Zips in their MAC opener January 2nd at University Arena. The Broncos would go on and defeat the defending MAC regular season champions 87-75 over Steve Hawkins. And Hawk, that was a great way to open league play with a win over Akron.
Yeah, it sure was. And it wasn't just the win. It was also the way we played. Yeah, we put together one of our best ball games of the year. Certainly offensively, I thought we shared the ball real well and timely shots, including the shot right before halftime. We needed all of it.
Let's go to University Arena, Western Michigan, and the Akron Zips opening up the new year at home. And this was a very entertaining game and a battle between two teams that have had some battles over the years.
Yeah, we have. And Josh started things off for us real well early. He's been a beast on the offensive glass and knocking down shots on the perimeter. He's been big for us.
There you see him throwing it down. He had 3 dunks in this game, and he was just outstanding. In fact, he didn't miss a shot.
He didn't miss a shot. He's received a little recognition for that. That's one of those games that you dream about. And as I mentioned, Robin, we needed almost all of it. We needed to play well in our MAC opener, and Josh was big for us.
You got some minutes out of Seth Dugan in this game after he missed 6 weeks, and this is some of your bench guys in there making some plays, and they've really helped out this year.
Getting Seth back is big for us because he's, even though he's still a little limited in regards to what he can do and his movement, one of the things that he is he's a huge screener, and he's also he carves out a lot of space, as we see right there on the offensive rebound. A big body like that can do a lot of damage.
All right, so the Broncos, after a shaky start, pulled away, and really you never trailed after that early lead by Akron.
Yeah, the game plan we had going into it, we knew it was going to be. We really struggled as a coaching staff trying to figure out which game plan to go with. So we said, let's go with both of them and figure out what it is we're going to need after we get into it. We started off with one, and that didn't work out real well. So we went to the other one where we really turned up the tempo, and that's what proved to be where we really were able to get out and get the lead in the first half.
Josh Davis with one of his 10 field goals, and Thomas Wilder with one of his 3 triples in this game. And a great fast break layup to Josh Davis. And I'll tell you what, he's had a great junior campaign for you, huh?
Sometimes when little brother leaves the house, big brother steps up. And, Josh played behind Tucker Heyman the last couple of years. And now that Tucker's gone, Josh is in there and doing terrific.
Got to feel good going in the locker room on a shot like that.
That gives you a little hitch in your giddy up, I mean, there's no question that helps.
All right, second half highlights coming up. Western Michigan and the Akron Zips at University Arena on January the 2nd. Had a good crowd for this one, and they enjoyed every minute of it. They like to see the Broncos beat Akron. And here's Bryce Moore with a nice dish to Drake Lamont, who's been logging a lot of minutes with Seth Dugan out of the lineup.
Yeah, he has. I think Drake might have been most happy with Seth's return, just so we could get a few breaks.
All right, here you go again. We're in the second half, and the tip in by Brandon Johnson, who's had some nice games already this year for you.
Yeah, and again, aggression. Aggression is the key for us, and as long as we stay aggressive, and Brandon there, I thought that was good to see him on the offensive glass. That's a good sign. And all of our guys, you see us attacking the rim a lot in this game.
Reggie Jones going to the basket. You had 5 guys in double figures, huh?
The balance has been big for us during this little stretch where we won 4 in a row. The balance is key. Thomas didn't shoot the ball well, particularly well in this game. But when you get good balance, that doesn't matter.
All right, Broncos sharing the ball, moving it around, and you find the open man. It's Josh Davis, and he buries the corner jumper.
Yeah, Akron had gone to a zone. They were having problems guarding us in the man-to-man. We kind of got into a rhythm in that, and then we were able to. They went zone, and we were able to find the open guy a lot and knock down shots. How active we were there defensively, you can see also.
Broncos going back on the offensive end, and here's another putback jam by Josh Davis. He led you in scoring, and he's your leading rebounder for the season. He got a bucket and a rebound there, and then Reggie Jones can dunk it too.
Yeah, we got a couple of guys that could do that if we're being aggressive. And in this game, like I said, there's this thing I call home courage. Where you get a little extra confidence when you're playing at home, a little extra aggression when you're playing at home, and a lot more confidence, and we had it in this one.
Bryce Moore knocks down the 3, had the 4-point play opportunity, and his perimeter shooting is really coming on.
One of our best 3-point shooters, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league so far from a percentage standpoint, and has proven to be another big part of what we're doing so far here early in the season.
Hits another one over there. That right side of the floor seems to be his sweet spot.
He enjoys it. He enjoys it. Although there's not too many parts of the floor Bryce doesn't like. He thinks he can hit it from anywhere.
Broncos dribble out the clock, and Western Michigan gets a big win over the Akron Zips, the champions from a year ago during the regular season. And it's sweet when you walk into the locker room after a W.
It's always nice to sing the fight song, and to get that one to start off the year was great.
87-75, the Broncos over the Akron Zips. We'll come back and look at their next game on the road against the Miami Redhawks when we continue with more Bronco Review after this time out.
You trust Dunchie Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes and wheel alignment, and perfect paint matching. Dunchie also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dunchie Body and Frame at 375-2100 or visit their website, dunchiebody.com. Dunchie Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension Care Teams at Borges take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borges.com/orthopedics.
The people who accomplish so much are always striving to do even more. Now, with our help, they will. It's time for more.
At Galesburg Ford, we all agree we love football.
And I like the Honolulu blue and silver. Brown and gold all the way. I kind of like purple.
We may all cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal, and that's to put you in the right car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle, now you can score your next vehicle at Galesburg Ford. Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Choosing your home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, which is why choosing your mortgage partner should be easy. With low rates and quick turnaround, Arbor Financial Credit Union can create a customized mortgage solution that is right for you. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Bryce Moore, 3-ball on the right, good. Bryce hits a big 3 in front of the Bronco bench over on the right side. Thomas will drive it. Dishes to Bryce in the corner for a 3, good again! Bryce Moore hits back-to-back triples.
He would finish with a game-high 16 points in the game at Miami last Saturday. Bryce Moore helped the Broncos rally back and win on the road by 5, 67-62. Hawk, those road wins, they're like gold.
Well, in the previous segment, we had talked about singing the fight song and how fun it is. It's a lot more fun, believe it or not, to sing it when you're on the road. Those road W's are difficult to come by, and especially in this league.
And the Broncos stop for ice cream after road wins. Got to do that on the road home from Oxford.
Yeah, I think you're missing a sponsor spot there. We could have fit one in right there.
We're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. Let's go to Oxford, Ohio. Millett Hall, Western Michigan, and Miami, longtime rivals in the Mid-American Conference. And these highlights come at you quick, and there are a lot of Bronco baskets. I think every one of them. Drake Lamont down in the low post, and Jared Prinny knocking down a 3.
If the game could just be played like this, that'd be terrific. I like watching these kind of highlights.
We'd have been home for dinner, but here you go, playing some defense too as you get a block shot. And now Josh Davis, who continued his great play and earned back-to-back MAC West Players of the Week. He had a double-double in this game, and here you get a steal. And Thomas Wilder, who had another off-shooting night, throws one down.
You know, we didn't start off this game playing real well, Robin. I kind of felt like we were sleepwalking our way through it, and we finally caught life, and our defense picked up and knocked down a couple of timely shots, Bryce in particular, and just got a lot more aggressive as the game went on, and it was enough to win the game.
Here's Bryce knocking down 3s, and he really led you back in this one. Josh going to the basket, and Bryce can pull up and shoot the mid-range game too.
He can, and that, again, we needed all of it in this game. one of the things that I thought was outstanding, we saw a moment ago, Drake Lamont passing the ball off to Josh Davis. Drake's game has been underestimated relative to his passing. He's handling the ball well down there for us and playing in the post pretty well.
All right, here's Reggie down on the low post with Brandon Johnson, and here's Bryce Moore with a big shot that cut the lead to 4. Then he comes back, hits another one, and cut the lead to 1. Then he would get fouled behind the arc and knock down 2 free throws to give you the lead for good.
Yeah, and not to mention the 3. There's the free throws right there that we needed. It seemed like every time we got down 10, 11, 12, Bryce knocked down the 3 to keep us in it, and then very appropriately, he was the guy that ended up sealing it for us.
And Brandon Johnson puts an exclamation point on it with a breakaway dunk as they were trying to get back in it with pressure, and the Broncos would win it 67-62. Hawk, it's not easy to win on the road in the Mid-American Conference, and that's a much improved Miami team.
It really is. I mean, they play more MAC-style basketball. The MAC, ever since I've been in it for 18 years now, has been primarily a man-to-man league. It's meat and potatoes. It's 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Every cliche you can think of in regards to toughness is what the MAC has been. And Jack Owens, their new coach at Miami, has brought that exact same style of basketball to Oxford.
So in order to win the Mid-American Conference, and the Broncos are the preseason favorite, you need to win your home games, and you got to win some on the road, and there's a valuable one for you right there.
It was huge for us, and not just that, but to win in the way we did. Sometimes you have to win ugly, and then it's even better to win when you're not playing well, and to get it on the road, that could be a sign of a good team.
All right, next up, the Broncos travel to Toledo to take on MAC West rival, the Toledo Rockets at Savage Arena. We'll come back and talk about that one with Coach Steve Hawkins after a timeout on Bronco Review.
Maple Hill is proud to be a Subaru dealer. Subaru, it is like no other. Because of the 35 miles per gallon that you get in the summer and the all-wheel drive in the winter, the 5-star crash test ratings, the recommendations year after year from the best consumer magazines out there. Own it and you'll say, I love my Subaru. At Maple Hill Subaru, it is a journey like no other.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Does your home need a facelift? You should call BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's been improving the look of homes throughout West Michigan with new roofing and siding. Right now, save 50% off the installation of new roofing and siding from BlackBerry, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle and Mastic Vinyl Siding. 50% off installation of roofing and siding and pay no interest for 18 months. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Uverse gives you a whole bunch of on-demand TV shows and movies. Let's get started.
Well, how many is a whole bunch? As many as Xfinity?
I swear you're gonna love it.
That didn't really answer my question.
Over 5,000 on demand.
Well, Xfinity On Demand gives us over 30,000.
We'll set it up for you.
Don't settle for Uverse. Get over 5 times more on-demand TV shows and movies on TV with Xfinity from Comcast.
Caesars has introduced the Extra Most Bestest Pizza, a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. This affects the pizza economy, causing demand for Little Caesars to skyrocket and employment to enter a pizza boom. Where will Little Caesars get all these new employees? Oh, that's where.
Get the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza, a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
Thomas got a screen from Lamont, pulls up on the baseline, no good, but a putback jam by Josh Davis on the baseline right. The ball popped out, Josh right there to slam it home.
Back-to-back MAC West Player of the Week recognition for Bronco Junior forward Josh Davis with plays like that. The Broncos got 2 victories with Chicago State, Akron, and then Miami going down to the Broncos. Josh had a tremendous couple of weeks, and now you go to Toledo, Hawk, to take on your MAC West rival, the Rockets, one of the top offensive teams in the league, and that was on display in an 84-61 win Tuesday night at Savage Arena.
They put it to us. I mean, we did not finish well. I mean, in short, they shot it well. We didn't. You know, we really struggled inside. For whatever reason, we weren't as physical as we normally are, and they were, and they deserved the win. They played outstanding. They played really, really well, and we didn't.
They knocked down 13 threes in 23 attempts. They shot 57% for the game and 56% behind the arc. They lead the MAC in three-point shooting, and it showed.
Yeah, and we just missed a lot. We needed to keep up with them, offensively more than anything else. We missed a lot of shots that we normally make in that game, and that home courage that I spoke about that we had in the Akron game, that home confidence that comes with playing at home, they definitely played with in Toledo.
The nice thing about this particular game, though, was Thomas Wilder was back to his old self after a couple of subpar performances. 28-point night for Thomas Wilder, who really focused on what he does best, and that's go to the basket. And he got to the free throw line, Hawk, in this game, and knocked down all 6 of his free throws, finished with 28 points and 10 rebounds, double-double for Thomas.
Yeah, it was great to see him back, and it was what Toledo was giving us. It was kind of a strange game to play in, because what works against them, they play a ball screen defense that is very soft. They lay back, and we were able to snake inside, and Thomas was able to get up shots.
So the Broncos fall on the road at Toledo. They'll get the Rockets later in the season at home. Up next, the Ball State Cardinals for a Saturday showdown at University Arena. We'll look ahead to that game next on Bronco Review.
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank. A momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension care teams at Borgias take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borgias.com/orthopedics.
At Galesburg Ford, we're getting geared up for fall. So if your goal is to be driving a new car, rush on down to Galesburg Ford.
You can't afford to pass up these great deals on a new car or truck at Galesburg Ford. New 2018 models are arriving daily. Come out and visit us at Galesburg Ford. We're located 1 mile north of I-94, exit 85, halfway between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. When it comes to your next vehicle, our team has you covered at Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
I'm Carter Osterhaus. You're gonna love banking with Lake Michigan Credit Union. It's the one place where you'll always get great rates and the best service. Take advantage of Lake Michigan Credit Union's max equity loans. It's the perfect way to affordably finance home improvements, repairs, and new appliances using the equity in your home. Anyone can open an account. I did. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Fall away jumper on the right, no good. Davis, weak side, put back jam. Josh Davis with his 3rd dunk of the game. He's 10 for 10 from the floor and has 24 points.
I enjoy calling those dunks. Very high percentage shot, and Josh Davis has had a few of those in his career, and of late, he's had them a lot, Hawk.
Well, if you like calling them, I like watching them. I mean, we can run a lot of offense and not get the ball to that spot. So, again, Josh has been playing outstanding basketball for us, and he's been very aggressive.
Broncos have done really well on the road. It didn't show up Tuesday in their loss to Toledo, but Hawk, you're 4-2 in road games this year. That's good.
You would take that. I mean, in most years, you take a look around. There's not a lot of teams that can win twice as many as they lose, and it's not over. We got a lot of basketball left to play this year, but our 2 road losses are at South Carolina as well as at Toledo, both teams that shoot the ball real well. Now it's getting ready to be close to time to hold serve at home.
All right, next up for the Broncos, the Ball State Cardinals, a team that ended Western Michigan's season last year in the Mid-American Conference Tournament. The Broncos shared the MAC West title with Ball State, and here come the Cardinals in the University Arena. It's a doubleheader Saturday. The Western Michigan women play Ohio at 2, and the men play Ball State at 4:30, Huck.
Yeah, the double dipper. You get the family out.
That's right.
Watch 2 games. Watch 2 games there, and early in the year it's such a small sample size, but ourselves and Toledo and Ball State are all in an early tie for first place at 2-1 in the West Division, and 1 game behind. There's only 3 games in. There's only 1 undefeated team left in the MAC in Buffalo. That's again a typical MAC season.
They've got some really good players. Taylor Persons, one of their top scorers, one of the top players in the MAC.
Really is. This will be a battle. I mean, there's a lot of balance out there, but it's a battle of 2 of the best point guards in the league, Taylor Persons and Thomas Wilder. And they enjoy playing against each other. Both of them play with a lot of confidence. Both of them lead the team on the court as well as off the court.
And they've got a big guy in the middle, Trey Moses, and Sellers can shoot from the perimeter. Kiapwe's really good off guard. They've got all the pieces.
Yeah, similar to us, they lost 1 senior. They lost the big fella inside and from last year, and then we lost, of course, Tucker Heyman, and then they've started Wallers now at the 4 spot, who's a little bit more of a stretch for us, somebody that can shoot the 3. Than Franco House, their big guy last year, who was big as a house. But this is another really good version of the Ball State team.
And you got to play physical against Ball State. They're going to play physical. Broncos have to respond.
There's a lot of bend, don't break in Ball State. You have to shoot the ball well from the 3-point line because they pack it in. They play what we call a pack line defense. They don't want to give up anything easy around the rim. They challenge you. They'll allow you to move the ball around the perimeter, but they just don't want to give up anything inside. So it's very important that we shoot the ball well from 3 to open up the inside game. It's kind of like the opposite of football, where you set up the run. You use the run to set up the pass. In this game, you got to kind of set up the inside with the outside.
All right, so if you want to see 2 of the best players in the Mid-American Conference, Thomas Wilder, Western Michigan, Taylor Persons, Ball State, University Arena, 4:30 for the men's game, 2 o'clock for the women's game against Ohio. We'll be back here next week to talk more Bronco basketball with Coach Hawkins. Thanks for watching. See you next week on Bronco Review.